So this is the 1989 Jaguar XJ-S convertible. You could say it's the car that saved Jaguar. We'll get into that in a second. This car I've had for 14 years, and I have never in my entire life owned any car even close to that length of time. So I think I might like this car. I'm not sure. I'll think about that. Anyway, by 1989, the convertible version, I don't know the production numbers, but it was the most convertibles they produced in the XJ-S line, and that's this year, 89. But in 1975, when Jaguar produced the first XJ-S, there was about 1,300 copies made that first year. And they had some really rough times because of mostly British Leyland. But what the XJ-S was not a replacement for the E-Type. It was a totally different car. This is a grand touring luxury car, and it was designed to blast across the European continent at 150 miles an hour all day long with a boot full of luggage and two people in relative comfort, if you can be comfortable at 150 miles an hour. It is in the late 70s, about 1980, 79, 80, 81, Jaguar had exactly two models to sell. The XJ6 and XJ12, which is the same car with a different a 6-cylinder or 12-cylinder engine, and then they had the XJ-S. Two cars, basically. That's all they had. And
You said this car saved Jaguar.
this did. In the early 80s, it was about 1980, Sir John Egan, he wasn't knighted at the time, but John Egan took over as managing director for Jaguar, and the first thing he did was he started to call or demand accountability from the suppliers. And just that alone, it's shocking to think that wasn't done before, but under British Leyland's management, it was basically the government running a car company. It's never going to work out. Many car companies did not survive British Leyland. Triumph did not survive. MG went from a worldwide brand that was known everywhere to a local brand, and now it's owned in China. Austin is gone. Like dozens and dozens of British companies that used to be are no longer, and it can be nailed pretty much down to British Leyland. But Jaguar survived, although just by the skin of their teeth. In 1980, when John Egan took over and demanded the accountability, it worked. Steadily, the cars got better and better. By 1985, Jaguars were no longer terrible cars. They still weren't perfect, but at least you wouldn't have to be embarrassed to be seen in one. They were very good by 1985, and by 1989 they were excellent. In the 14 years I've had this XJ-S, I think I replaced the tires, rad hoses, and that's about it. I had a full tune-up done a few years ago, and I put a lot of gas in it, but other than that, it's been a very reliable car. These cars were the bread and butter of Jaguar. And the XJ40, which is the square Jag, came out in 1987 in some markets, 88 in some other markets. That car had a lot of teething problems. But by 1990, they started to get it right, and by 1992, all the Jags were very, very good. Every time I think of selling this car, I take it for a drive and I think, what, am I crazy? This is the most amazing car. Absolutely sublime to drive. pull over, and there you go.